May 29, 2012, a strong earthquake, magnitude 5.9, shakes the Emilia region between the cities of Bologna, Ferrara, Modena. It's not the first one, won't be the last, but the 29th is special. It happens at 9:04 in the morning, when all kids are in school. That's where and when Safe School investigation begins, starting from a specific question. What do we know about the seismic safety of the buildings attended by almost 8 million Italian kids every day? We go back in time to one of the lowest moments in recent Italian history. It's October 31st, 2002, 10 years ago. It's 11:30 a.m. A 5.2 magnitude earthquake hits San Giuliano di Puglia, a small village where 1,000 people live, in the southern region of Molise. The tremor destroys only one building, a primary school. 27 children and one teacher are killed. The school had been renovated only few weeks before. On the wave of emotion, Italian government approves new rules and appropriate fundings to verify seismic safety of all public buildings, school included, starting from the highest risk areas. Italy is a highly seismic country. Most part of its territory is hit very often by seismic swarms, as well as by major earthquakes. And yet, the country is highly unprepared. At each new earthquake, we seem to deal with a completely new, unexpected, unnatural disaster. In Italy, there are about 42,000 public schools. Half of them are in highly seismic risk zones, according to the National Institute of Geology, which has classified and mapped Italian territory in 4 different seismic zones. The strongest the color, the highest the risk. We started looking for data from the Ministry of Education, regional authorities, National Civil Protection, all institutions involved in monitoring the seismic safety of public schools. But we got no answers. No one knew or was willing to share information. We built our own database, combining the official list of schools from the Ministry of Education with information contained in other documents, published on the official Gazette, and yet apparently unknown to most public officials we talked with. These documents detail the money spent by each Italian region in checking seismic safety. They were in PDF format and contained loads of other information mingled with the ones of interest. Schools were mentioned with different names. Locations were often uncertain. We had to verify and cross-check each piece of information. Our database was then converted in an interactive map. Our database lists all schools, highlighting the verified ones. What we really wanted, though, were the results of each seismic assessment. These are usually condensed by National Civic Protection in a seismic risk index, going from 0 to 1. The closest to 0, the highest the risk. Only 2 regions out of 20 made this data available, Lazio and Abruzzo. In our map, each school is marked with a tag stating name, location, whether it has been assessed for seismic safety, and, when available, the risk index. Pink tags are for schools which have not been verified. Yellow tags are for the ones which have been verified, but the risk index has not been made public. Blue ones for those which have been verified and are considered safe. Red ones are the ones at very high risk. Our results speak volumes. Less than 3,000 out of 42,000 schools have actually been checked. Not even 10% of the total number. Some of our interviewees admitted that at least 50% of Italian schools are not seismic safe. They are too old, they have not been restored in order to meet seismic safety requirements. Our investigation, though, did not stop here. We went in depth as to tell all the details, financial, technical, legal, of how seismic risk assessment should be conducted, who is involved, which regions have done the best or the worst job. All in all, our work has produced an open database published on Wired.it website, an interactive map, one long article on the printed edition of the magazine, and almost 20 on the online one. This work could not have been accomplished without the collaborative effort of a great group of people, beside the team at Wired. We also asked our readers to help us amend any errors we might have done compiling the database. Seismologists, engineers, mappers and developers, social activists, all motivated by the same unique reason. Data are not the final aim. They are means to tell stories. And we wanted to tell the story of those who have been struggling in these last 10 years to get information out and to promote a correct seismic culture in our country, to avoid another San Giuliano di Puglia, to avoid another L'Aquila, to be prepared for the next one, which we all know it will come sooner or later, somewhere along our beautiful and difficult land.